Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pophology. Hope you're all having a good day so far. I'm currently at Costco, and it is raining. I just turned on my windshield wipers just a second ago, but it just got done raining super hard, and I drove, on the highway, and it was an experience. So I would say it was probably worse than Friday. Friday was pretty bad, but today was real bad, which is, I don't know if it always rains this hard in October, but I feel like, I don't recall. I don't know. But it rained really hard, and now I'm going to go into Costco and get a few things, and I might stop at Kroger, and I'm just getting out because I probably won't go anywhere this week. So I'm just trying to get whatever I need until the weekend. So Emily has class tomorrow and Tuesday. I have a paper I have to write for my team. Like, my team added all their notes, and I'm just compiling it into a paper. So it's my turn to do that. So I'm going to do that later tonight. And that's what's up. So this weekend I've been learning about random things, and a few of them. Here's some things I've learned over the weekend, just random facts. I went through this phase on Friday night for about 3 hours, learning all about conductors and all about how conductors work, and I watched a bunch of compilation videos of conductors getting mad at their symphony or something, orchestras. So yeah, it's raining a little bit harder, so hopefully you can hear me. So I went through that. I learned about that. That was really interesting. And then that led me into, I think that's lightning. I found this channel called Two Violins or something like that. And they're a reaction channel to orchestras and symphonies and things like that, and conductors correcting them, or maybe not even that, just conductors doing a good job. And that was fascinating because I don't have that ear for music or even know what's happening, but a conductor can hear just the slightest thing, and he'll just does his thing and fixes it, or tries to, or during practice he'll hear just a note off that he wants different, and he has to have a conversation with these people that are paid full time in these situations to play their music or whatever, which that's stressful. I don't remember any of the conductors' names or anything like that, but I watched a few famous ones, and it just seems like such high pressure to have to be in that. I would never want to be in orchestra. That's just, especially professional, man, that's such a stressful job. Especially when your conductor gets paid $1 million a year. I remember one named Rattle something. And then there's this one conductor who's famous for West Side Story. I watched him in when he was younger. So that was one thing that was kind of interesting. And I guess I kind of learned more about why people go to the orchestra and how they find that enjoyable. But I still think, for me at least, I don't know if I could ever enjoy it, going to a symphony or orchestra or whatever it's called, a professional one that you pay a lot of money for, a lot, over $100 to $300 for, because I just don't think I am. My ear is attuned enough to know what's even happening, So, same with an opera. I don't know if I could even. I don't know. So. And then I learned about AC/DC. For some reason, I just went down that path and learned all about AC/DC, the lead singer, the original lead singer, then the second lead singer, and the current one. And that was interesting. And then that led me down learning more about the Ramones and some other ones, so bands. What else? I don't know what I learned about last night, but yeah, I don't remember. But I've just been watching different documentaries, different videos, learning interesting things. And that's interesting. Oh, I'm going to bore you by telling you about my paper. I had to. So we do Harvard business cases a lot of times in class. And this one's about how a nurse became the CEO of a hospital, Mount Auburn. I forget her name, something Clow. Anyways, it's all about how when should hospitals, I don't know really like fully what it's about this story of a nurse becoming a CEO of a hospital, a president of a hospital, and the benefits of that and how she turned around the hospital. And it's about like the interest of hospitals having physician-led expansions and a physician-led administration. And that's different than, so that's what it is. Instead of administration leading the way, physicians should lead the way, or what are the benefits of that? And in this case, it's specifically about how Mount Auburn, I think in 2006, has a decision to make. Should they expand 80 million? Should they go for an $80 million expansion when just a few years ago they were about negative $10 million in debt, and they were losing about $6 million a year? And the new CEO like turned them around. She got them back on track, made them profitable again, and the next step for them is to expand into an $80 million or facility, or like to build $80 million expansion. And when you do that, who should lead the way? And the answer that is, more than likely, it's the physicians should lead the way, because when you're expanding a hospital, especially in a landlocked hospital or a hospital that is in a well-known, expensive neighborhood area, or just in general, any hospital, when they do an expansion, it looks better when the information for reasoning is coming from a physician. So, but we were also assigned that. Like other people have to do what if it's administrative led, but I think really, anything other than good reasoning by a doctor for what the benefits could be, any other reason than that can look pretty shady, and like administration is just trying to, I don't know, build or do business things with the hospital. So, but yeah, that's what I'm learning about. And also the CEO of this hospital, I think in 2015, which this kind of blows my mind, but in 2015 she was the highest paid CEO of any hospital, I think, or maybe top 10, top 5, with a salary of $6.5 million. But I don't know how she got that. Like, I don't know if it was like an incentive in there or something like that. But at least that's what one of my classmates told me, and they're physicians. So, and they just talked about how they really, which just makes sense. Hospital or doctors that work in a hospital or a hospital system just really don't like knowing that administration makes more than them, because you go to a hospital a lot of times for the doctor to receive patient care, to receive care, but and they're getting paid, about, it varies anywhere between 200 and 500,000 if you're a certain doctor or surgeon. Some cases less, but typically about 200,000 for a full-time doctor. And they're making that much, but then you have your administration at your C-suite level probably making 250, 300,000 a lot of times, but there's a lot less of them. And just, it's just wild how that occurs. So, but at the same time, administration might be getting paid that, but doctors do have the ability to, which this isn't good reason. I understand, like, this doesn't make up for how much they get paid, or how much administration gets paid or anything. But doctors do have the ability to get in on different facilities. Like when a hospital expands and there's a surgery department, the doctor is able to invest however much money, like 300,000, into that center, that surgery center, to pick up some hours there or have some patients be seen there. And then they get paid, quarterly or yearly from that surgery center. And then at the end, whenever they're ready to retire or whenever the hospital system is ready to sell that, they get their money back plus some profit, which a lot of times only doctors are able to make those investments. It has to be like a pool of doctors, and maybe it's like 10% or 20% administration, but I don't think it is. I think it's, so they do have that. So there's a lot of incentives, but again, it goes back to doctors spend, way more time getting education, getting experience than a lot of these administrative people in the hospitals. So I don't know what I mean. Yeah, so that's all I say. That's what I'm learning about. That's what I'm writing about. And thank you for listening. Even if I don't even know if that was it was probably not interesting or relevant, but it makes for an interesting case study. And just, yeah. So, and there's a lot of things like, when you make expansions, you got to do it in a way that it doesn't completely destroy the value of a neighborhood or the general area, because whenever you build something that large or whenever you're doing something that big, you got to think of the property value. I mean, if you do something that looks really ugly, you could easily make the value of your area go down by like 100,000 per house I mean, that's not in every case scenario, but if there's 150 houses and they all go down, even like 30,000 because you built a really ugly facility, that would be bad. So, okay, that's all. I'm going to go inside to Costco and I will talk to you in a bit. See ya. Well, I am back home. It is around 10 o'clock. I've been working on this paper, and for dinner, we had some Costco tacos. Those tacos they sell at the deli area. We had that, and we got leftovers, obviously, because it's for 12 tacos. So, but it was really good. And I got uncooked flour tortillas that I'm very excited about. I made one, and it was very good. And I prepped some food for Emily for lunch this week, mainly just chicken. I made her some chicken, Parmesan chicken, and she has other things that can go with it that she can put in her lunchbox or take it for dinner or whatever. And that's everything. If you are still watching this, comment down below. Taco. Do you like tacos? I love tacos. There's I really like, I forget what it's called, like burrilla or burra tacos. I know it's served with consomme soup. Oh, so good. There's only one place in Indy that makes them that I know of. Well, there's two places. One being Paco's Tacos, the other one being, I don't remember what they're called at all, but yeah, Paco's Tacos has them. I got really sick when I had Paco's Tacos, actually, so I never go there, but I love consomme. So yeah, well, that is all. Hope you all have a good Sunday night, a good week ahead of you, and I will see you tomorrow. If no one's told you this today, you are loved, and this world's a better place because you are here. Goodbye.